Hello everybody, and welcome to the Teambuilder for week 8 versus the California Coalossals. Last week I didn't record a Teambuilder. Well, no, I did. I haven't posted it. It's a different sort of Teambuilder. I just haven't posted it yet. Or instead of like the sort of Teambuilder, it's actually like my thought process and me actually like team building, not the team I made, not an overview of the team I made. But yeah, so this is my opponent. He has G-Max Venusaur, my MVP from last season. Ninetales Set Sun. Garchomp is just a very strong attacker. Sableye for prankster support, especially Sunny Day to help with Venusaur. Sylveon, a good offensive fairy type in tier 2. It can also be bulky. Beartick and Vanillix for a Hail mode, which he had before he had the Sun mode, so it was his primary weather earlier. Hitmonlee, which he used to pair with Indeedee, not Indeedee, Tapu Lele before he dropped it for Burden, but it can still do things outside of it. Runeragus, which is a good Trick Room answer and can do other support options or even offensive options as well. Greedent, which is a good Trick Room sweeper if you can get a Belly Drum off. Lantern, which is situational, but can work occasionally. He has, wait no, that's my schedule, never mind. I believe he's only won one game, which is, I feel bad for him because I love Venusaur. But the Venusaur Ninetales Sableye Cord didn't do as well this season or last season. But yeah, so if we think about what I expect, I definitely expect Sun to come here. I think that these first four are almost definitely always coming because Garchomp also is good against my team and outspeeds Landorus by 1 point. And then as the other two mons, I definitely see Hail coming possibly. Because Ice is good against these two guys. Freeze Dry can hit Blastoise, and Beartick gets coverage moves for the rest of my team. Sableye can. I'm not going to bring Trick Room because Sableye counters that perfectly with Fake Out and Taunt. Runeragus I can also see coming to also possibly counter Trick Room. But I most expect these four, and then probably Hail as the last two, but almost anything else. Sylveon I do not expect, however, because I have literally nothing that it can hit super effectively with a stab move. So yeah, that's the overview. And actually my thought process going into it was that I wanted AV Blastoise, but that doesn't, I don't know why I thought that, because Venusaur still does a lot of damage to it and doesn't exude as much offensive pressure. I definitely wanted Sand mode. Screens were good. Didn't quite know exactly what else I wanted to do, but yeah. So now I go to my team. So we're going to start with the most interesting part of my team. Okay, 1 second. Sorry, I'm just fixing Streamlabs. And okay. There. So, look at the interesting part of my team. Is the most interesting part, actually not just the interesting part, is Fletchender, Eviolite Fletchender with 2 HP, 2 attack. This is my Venusaur answer. It hard counters Venusaur. Max Airstream, like I'm actually expecting to Dynamax it. Max Airstream to it is a guaranteed OHKO on like normal non-max Venusaur and a guaranteed 2 KO on max Venusaur. And with Light Screen from Klefki, max special attack modest, Life Orb, Sludge Bomb / Max Ooze, because they're the same, and the best way for Venusaur to hit Fletchender is a 5-hit KO, not counting the special attack boost it would get. It was like 20%. So it hard counters Venusaur. The only thing Venusaur has that can hit it is Weather Ball and Sand, which I'm going to try to avoid happening. Like if Sand gets up, then while Fletchender's there, I will probably try to reset it to get Sun back up if I'm faster. But yeah, so that's my main Venusaur answer. The rest of my team deals with Venusaur well now for the Glastrier, Weather Ball, and Sun, and also Psychic, and Snarl, and Ice Fang. I have a very good way to hit Venusaur. But yeah, so let's go to Klefki then. Screens are very good here. Also, Fletchender's main problem is Garchomp, but with Reflect, if I Dynamax Fletchender, even Life Orb, Max Attack, Adamant, Max Rockfall from like Rock Slide or Stone Edge from Garchomp is only a 37% chance to OHKO my Fletchender, and that for that needs both Adamant and Life Orb, and I really doubt it'll have both. I think it might have one. I like calcing with Life Orb, just to calc for the worst, even though they can only have one Life Orb. My Klefki's EV'd to live non-Life Orb, non-Adamant, Max Quake from Garchomp with Reflect, and without Light Screen it lives Max Special Attack, Modest, Heat Wave from Ninetales. So screens are very good this game. Misty Terrain is good because it prevents Sleep Powder from Venusaur. It prevents burns like Will-O-Wisp from Sableye. Also prevents possible hypnosis from Ninetales. And it has the power of Garchomp's Dragon moves. And Dazzling Gleam is good coverage against Sableye and Garchomp. It's better than Flash Cannon. So then we have my AV Glastrier. It used to be Lumberry, which is good, but now that I have Misty Terrain, which I changed at the end, I don't need Lumberry. So I decided to slap an Assault Vest on it, which I really wanted an Assault Vest, but I didn't know who to give it to. So just the typical Glastrier set. I've been preferring running Icicle Spear lately over Icicle Crash. I just like it more. And also a possible Yachi Berry on Venusaur or Garchomp. Okay, now we get to the Sand People. Landers used to be physical, but I found during the max I was getting burned too much, so I decided to switch to special. I was only physical for max Airstream really, and I've for Venusaur, but I Fletch and counter Venusaur, so it's Earth Power. Weather Ball is very good considering both hail, sand, and sun. There's 3 possible weathers and 3 possible types it could be, and ice is good against Garchomp. Fire is good against Venusaur and the Hail people. Rock is also good against the Hail people. Rock is also good against Ninetales, but I would just Earth Power it. And Psychic is also for Venusaur and Hitmonlee because there's no real better third move than Protect. But yeah, Sand is good to overwrite his Sun possibly, and also just good to have the core. With this spread, I'm pretty sure I live like Max Mind Lash from Venusaur, or at least take like a very minimal chunk from it, and then I would activate Wings Policy. Yeah, Ice Fang is for Garchomp, high horsepower, and I guess Venusaur, but I think I would just high horsepower it. I mean Max Quake it instead. Oh yeah, my max candidates are mostly going to be Hippowdon, Fletchender, possibly Glastrier, and possibly Landorus, but mostly Hippowdon and Fletchender. On the Rock Slide for the Ice people. Yeah, his coverage is good. In Stoutland, I didn't want to try to EV into bulk, so I just go Max Tech, Max Speed, Sash, and Snarl and Charm. Counter both his like physical attacker and special attackers. Helping Hand is good for if weather gets overwritten and then want the priority damage boost. And then Facade is the strongest normal type attacking move that isn't Giga Impact that it gets. And also it helps if I get burned by Sableye. Facade is good. But yeah, this is my team. Oh yeah, Fletchender, I was very much deciding between both Fletchender and Shell Smash Turtonator, but Fletchender but I did some extra calcs, and Fletchender just lives everything. It's kind of insane how bulky Fletchender can be. But yeah, so this is my team. We're going to be playing in 2 days, and I will see you all then.